Thank you for tuning in. This is a quick demonstration of some light distance sparring of Wing Chun versus MMA. As usual, this type of training does have some important caveats. Firstly, all striking is controlled and I'm not using any open hand, forearm, elbow point or throat strikes because those can't be safely employed in a friendly sparring session where people are moving hard and fast in an unpredictable way. Hence, I'm also deliberately not fully closing the distance because it's extremely difficult to control chisao reactions with someone who's very fast and powerful. And so the core of the Wing Chun system is actually not really being employed in this session. All you're seeing is bridging the gap. The second caveat is that as a relatively pure play self-defense system, Wing Chun aims to deliberately close the distance at the first given opportunity and then violently end it via a relentless barrage of direct striking. That doesn't translate very well to competitive sparring since you wear gloves, you cannot use elbow or throat strikes, whilst in Wing Chun there's no use of restraint or grappling. Now this does raise an interesting question as to whether the bridging strategy in Wing Chun is somewhat reckless. So the answer is no, because you aim to simultaneously defend and counter-attack, and you only do this once it's clear you're in a confrontation you cannot otherwise avoid. It is of course arguable whether the situation you're seeing here bears any resemblance to 99% of self-defense situations, which will usually kick off at close quarters and involve an aggressive opponent rather than one who's retreating. Indeed, if you're in a situation where someone is backing off, you should never be chasing them down, but using the opportunity to try and exit. So the bridging strategy in Wing Chun is pretty simple. You close the distance as soon as you can. You don't even care about taking a hit on the way in, as long as it's not a knockout, because the approach is essentially closing distance and then delivering a blizzard of head or neck strikes once contact is made. The sort of training here does expose one of the limitations of the Wing Chun system, which is its limited regard for ground fighting. Wing Chun places a heavy emphasis on preventing takedown or applying incapacitating strikes at the point of takedown, and it can still even be effective on the ground by relying on those strikes that are not permitted in competition, such as to the eyes, throat and groin. But an advanced ground fighter will still finish a Wing Chun fighter if they can take your back or apply a leg lock, for example. Now, if you train close contact use of open hand and elbow strikes to the head and neck, you will have a good chance to prevent that. However, your chance of stopping a highly trained takedown is probably no better than 50-50, because they happen very fast, and even if you land strikes, they may not incapacitate. That may not matter much in 90% of self-defense situations, where the floor is hard, you've got shoes on, weapons or implements may be available, multiple participants may be involved, and you can use strikes to the throat and eyes to create some space. But ground skills can still be very relevant, and in a combat sports situation, they are, of course, totally indispensable.